Hey, what is up, party person in prosperity, and hopefully you are one. I wanted to make this video to explain to you kind of my thought process behind some changes I'm making to Running Buddies Academy over the last 6 months since I've joined one of Russell Brunson's coaching programs. And I want to give you some of the biggest pitfalls that I've kind of fallen into in building my business. But I really want to dive deep into the one thing that I think is going to change how much monthly revenue we're doing, and we'll see if you can kind of like model the thought process to add this into what you're doing in your insurance business. So when I first built Running Buddies, it was a complete high ticket high ticket business model. It's all I sold was $8,000 to $16,000 to $32,000 offers. Pretty expensive for the most part for most people, and I'd have an extremely high close rate on my sales calls. I did very awesome in selling the program, but it was all one off. So I made a lot of money really quick and burned through the people who loved my stuff, and I kind of wasted a lot of that initial energy seeing 100K a month fresh into it, but it wasn't sustainable without keeping on selling new people that knew me less and less. And so the sales process got a lot harder. Close rates started dropping down, and that's when I started I had to sell harder, and that means I had to bring in clients I typically wouldn't. And so I didn't really have that diversity there, and that was a huge weakness in the business model, is because there's no continuity. There's no recurring subscription, so it's almost like I'm just running a new promotion every single day or every single month, and that works for a lot of people, but I just didn't like the ups and downs. I wanted something more predictable, and that's why I was so fascinated with Russell Brunson's linchpin model and putting that into my business. And so I've switched all of my pricing and all of my tiered stuff over to continuity, and that's really all I'm trying to fucking focus on right now is get people to keep paying for the rest of their life. The only way I know to do that is to keep delivering phenomenal value and giving shit that will work evergreen. I don't want to sell anything that's not gonna fucking work long term. So this is definitely fun because I'm also bringing in new types of customers who couldn't afford it offers in the past with what I'm doing, because it was all one-on-one. So it took a huge portion of my time. So it was only right that I charged a shit ton of money to make it worth my while. And I did very well, but I burned through that money very quick in ads and other coaching programs, and nothing was coming back without me making more sales. But now with continuity, the moment I get someone in a continuity or a subscription-based program, they're paying every single month. So it's how do I decrease churn and keep extending the lifetime value of each customer? And it's so much more profitable, even though it's harder to sell. Believe it or not, because these people are aware that they're going to be spending payment after payment after payment after payment, but it's how do I deliver such a phenomenal experience that they don't even worry about that? But now I'm come to a point where I have so many different things that I'm building out, and I can no longer do it on my own. It's annoying. So I was sitting there the other night thinking, asking myself the hard questions. It's because I'm fucking ruthless with myself, but it's I also don't let emotions get in my way of stopping me. And so here's one of the things I like to ask, a couple things I ask myself, and I'll tell you one thing I really like to ask. But it's I was thinking to myself, Mason, how are you fucking letting your business down, bro? And the next one's well, what are you doing right in the business that you should be doing more of? What should you not be doing at all? It's what do you suck at doing? What do you not enjoy doing? What do you reframing the question multiple different ways to find out what I need to stop doing, not necessarily, and what I need to do more of, more importantly. And then I asked myself, it's well, what would it take for you to just stop everything else and focus on that? What would you need to get that job done of just doing marketing full time? And it's instantly the thoughts that come to my head, it's certainty and motivation, I think were the two. Yeah, those are the two. It said motivation and certainty. And it's so funny how these emotions that we never address get in the way of fucking everything. But like I said, I understand that You eat what you kill in this fucking world, and I refuse to let lack of motivation and certainty stop me. A lot of you are going to try to be fucking perfectionists with every single thing you do, and that will never get you anywhere. Having a shitty plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. All right? Are you with me? Like, are you getting this? So just start, and you'll make progress down the road. Like, you'll continue to make improvements, but just get something fucking out there. So that's really all I'm focused on right now is just marketing. But it's like, those are kind of my thoughts when I was finding out what I'm about to reveal to you. And it's like, it was the most point blank obvious fucking solution in the world, but I completely glanced over it for the longest time. It's like, once I got these systems in place to keep driving traffic to my funnels, that's all I need to worry about is driving traffic, getting views, and optimizing for conversion, stuff like that, and building the offers. That's what I'm best at. I know my customers better than anyone else. I understand the struggles of insurance agents better than anyone else. On not just a strategical and tactical and physical level, like business, but psychological. I felt everything you will ever feel and everything you think you will ever feel. Like, I've already felt it to a magnitude that most cannot comprehend. So, like, let me take your pain. That's what I'm here for, okay? But the thing I came up with was, I can no longer be the best at sales and the best at marketing. I must hand one off. But I'm the attractive character for my business. It is my job to keep building the brand and shit like that. So I can let someone else sell. So I came to the decision that I would just hire 2 1099 all commission-based sales reps to go sell my products. And I'm building the funnel and all that recruiting shit out right now, and I've already got like 50, 60 people that applied for that just off of a Facebook post. So I'll have plenty of interviews to run, and I should find 1 or 2 good people out of that. I'll probably need 40 more, 50 more interviews. I'd probably like to talk to 100 people, bring on the best like 10, make them compete, and pick the top 2, maybe 3 if it makes sense. It just depends. They have to be really fucking good. Because I want my employees, like my agents, my fucking warriors, to understand, like, this is all about maintaining the relationship, because the longer we are friends, the longer they will pay. And for people that say that's completely transactional, you are absolutely right. But I see no problem with transactional relationships, because ask yourself this, like, can you ever remember a time where a friend has treated you really bad? And it like actually hurts you. They said something about, they made something up, or like they tried sleeping with your fucking girl or your dude. I don't know, like, friends will fuck you over pretty quick. It's usually the ones that call you bro and say I love you that'll fucking stab you right in the fucking back. Are you going to stay in a relationship like that if you continually expect punishment? No, because behavior is only changed in one of 2 ways. It's either rewarded or it is punished. So you are not going to stay in a relationship that consistently punishes you. Unless you're fucking weird and you like being slapped and choked and shit. Like, what the fuck? We've got businesses to build. We don't have time for your fucking weird ass kinks and your fucking foot massages and, babe, you want to dress up like a... We don't have time for that weird shit. Okay? So, if you are interested in potentially interviewing with me to see if you'd like to sell Running Buddies Academy's products to insurance agents, I have a list of a couple thousand highly engaged leads that will be exclusive to you and other people, like, and you'll split commissions if you work with the other salesperson. You'll do something, but I'm starting out at 30% commission. So whatever you sell, you get 30% of. And I've got offers that range from $50, which you will receive continuity on for any continuity programs. You'll get 10% residuals as long as the member stays. So that encourages you to keep building this arsenal of relationships and maintaining them throughout their customer journey and ascending them in the value ladder. So it's really what I want my salespeople to do, is keep making sales to the same person over and over and over. And then you just keep them on continuity. You just maintain that friendship. You maintain the relationship. You network them with other people, kind of like a gym membership. You find them a buddy in the program who's doing something like, I'll walk you through this if you want to come work with me, but this is a great opportunity to make $8,000 to 20 grand a month selling some mid to high ticket offers, and you only got to make like 8, 10, 12 sales a month. So that means you only have to talk to roughly 20, 30 agents. Like, that's stupid money for how little but concentrated work that you'll be doing. That's pretty badass to me. So if you'd like to do that, I'll post a link down in the comments below or in the description. If you'd like to come be the salesperson for Running Buddies Academy, I'd be happy to work with you and train you up. And this is something I want to build out long term, truly, to build a sellable asset in the future. Running Buddies is something I'm extremely proud of. I'm extremely devoted to it and convicted that I will do more for agents than anybody else has. And I think that's pretty cool fucking long term, to help the superheroes and the Prosperitans of the world make their lives and jobs easier. That way they can have more commissions, more impact, and more fulfillment out of life. So if that's something you can get behind and you'd like to be a part of that vision, I'd love to have you. And there's plenty of opportunities for raises, promotions, bonuses, competitions, and upwards mobility. I want more than just a salesperson. I'd like a sales trainer in the next year or two. Like, this is the time for me to actually scale this, give it all the attention and energy it deserves, and treat it like a 9-figure business. That's the only way I'll get to 8. I think as far as I can take this is maybe 50, 60 million tops, just based on the current business model and how many insurance agents are actually out there. So we'll see how it goes though. But 100 million is kind of the place I'd like to fucking get to. I think that'd be truly amazing. I know there's a certain version of me that's capable of doing it. When I reverse engineer the person that is, I'll gladly step into his shoes and act as if I was him. But right now I don't have the pattern recognition quite to get there, but in the next 6 months to a year, I absolutely will, and I'll get it there. But for right now, that's where I'm shooting for, and I'll probably end up doing something like 50, 60 million over the next like 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 tops. But I think that'll be extremely awesome. And the employment opportunities for the people who come in and invest in the vision early, like, it will be well worth it, because I'm looking at doing things like equity shares, profit sharing, trips, like plenty of benefits, because I'd like to build a truly remarkable product that serves the superheroes of this world, insurance agents, better than anyone else. And that's something I think will truly honor God in the long run, and it's something I can be fulfilled with working on in the next 10 years. So if you're interested in joining or applying for the opportunity, I'd absolutely love to have you, and let's see where we can go from this. Love you all. Keep being awesome. Just wanted to explain what was kind of going on in my head in my business, but maybe you can take something out of this and apply it to your own business or your own life. And may the force be with you. I don't fucking know. Happy Awesome Party people. I'll put the application link down below. Just a couple questions. I'll set up an interview with you, or my team will, and we'll go from there. See you guys in the next one.